Welcome to the GCSE Maths Advantage. I'm Dr. James Carter, and every episode I'm going to break down one topic, show you where the marks are, and give you a quick win you can use in your next exam. Whether you're targeting a grade 7 or pushing for a 9, let's get into it.
Hook. Imagine opening a higher tier paper and seeing a long paragraph about tests or coloured balls. You spend 3 minutes translating the English into maths and then lose marks because the diagram you drew was wrong. Sound familiar? Last year, several papers lost more marks on just these conditional wording questions than on any single topic. And the trick to fix it is simpler than most students think.
Here's the promise. In the next 12 minutes, we'll do one method, walk a full exam-style question from start to finish, and give you a quick 30-second checklist you can use in the exam to stop those avoidable mistakes. Let's work through this step by step.
Section 1. The concept. First, what is a probability tree and why does it help? A probability tree is a diagram that shows each stage of a situation as branches. Each branch has a probability written on it. The rule is simple. Along a path, probabilities multiply. When different paths give the same outcome, you add their probabilities. That's all there is to it, but where students get tripped up is labelling the second stage correctly when the first stage has already happened.
Let's use a concrete example. A bag with 3 red balls and 2 blue balls, so 5 in total. We draw one ball, do not replace it, then draw a second ball. Start the tree on the left with 2 branches. First draw red with probability 3/5 and first draw blue with probability 2/5. Now for the second draw we must ask what is left after the first draw happened. If the first was red, then there are now 2 red and 2 blue left, 4 balls total. So the probability the second is red given the first was red is 2/4. If the first was blue, then there are 3 red and 1 blue left, so the probability the second is red, given the first was blue, is 3/4.
Notice the language here. When papers say, given that the first was blue, they mean we condition on that branch. Symbolically, we'd write P of second red given first blue. The vertical bar reads given. It tells you to use the probabilities on the second stage branches after the first stage result has happened. So labelling those second stage probabilities correctly is the key. Now show the arithmetic on the tree leaves. For the path red then red, multiply 3/5 times 2/4 to get 3/10. For blue then red, multiply 2/5 times 3/4 to get 3/10 again. If the question asks, what is the probability the second ball is red, you add those 2 leaves. 3/10 plus 3/10 equals 6/10, which simplifies to 3/5. That's branches multiply, leaves add. Simple and reliable.
Section 2. Worked example and exam technique. Let's take a GCSE style question. A bag contains 3 red and 2 blue counters. 2 counters are taken at random without replacement. A. Find the probability both are red. B. Find the probability the second is red given the first is blue. We'll work it exactly as an examiner wants to see it.
Step 1. Draw the tree and label the first stage probabilities. P of R equals 3/5, P of B equals 2/5. That's a method mark, write it down. Step 2. Label the second stage conditional probabilities. Under the R branch, write P of R/R equals 2/4 and P of B/R equals 2/4. Under the B branch, write P of R/B equals 3/4 and P of B/B equals 1/4. That labelling is another method mark. Remember, the examiner wants to see your method. Write it down, don't just think it.
Part A. Both red is the path R then R. Multiply 3/5 by 2/4 equals 3/10. If the question is worth 2 marks, you usually get M1 for the method, tree and multiplication, and A1 for the final simplified answer. Part B, the second is red given the first is blue, means P second red given first blue. You can read that straight off. Under the B branch, PR given B equals 3/4. Alternatively, you can use conditional probability definition, PB then R over PB, which is 2/5 by 3/4 divided by 2/5. The 2/5 cancels and you get 3/4. Either way, show the cancellation or the tree label, so the examiner can award method marks even if you slip the final simplification.
Here's where the marks are. M1 for a correct tree and branch labels, M1 for multiplying along a path, and A1 for a correct final answer in simplest form. If you miss labelling the second stage probabilities, you often lose M1s, even if you write the right numeric answer by chance. Examiners love to see the tree clearly labelled. It makes awarding marks straightforward.
Common mistakes to avoid: labelling second stage probabilities as if nothing changed. For example, writing P second red equals 3/5 again. That's wrong without replacement. Or mixing up given that and thinking you should divide when you should be labelling the conditional branch. If you get stuck, write the conditional fraction explicitly, P second red given first blue, and then substitute using the tree. Write it down. The marks are there for the taking.
Section 3, the quick win. I want to give you a 30-second checklist you can run through in the exam. Say it with me. 1. Read the conditional phrase. Locate the given event. 2. Draw a left to right tree. 3. Label first stage probabilities. 4. Label second stage probabilities as P next modulo previous. 5. Multiply along paths for joint probabilities and add leaves if outcomes combine. Quick extra. Always check using complements if it's faster. Sometimes at least one questions are easier by doing 1 minus the none probability.
2 short practice prompts to try now. 1. A bag has 4 green and 1 yellow. 2 draws without replacement. What is the probability both are green? 2. A screening test has 90% sensitivity and 95% specificity. If 1% of the population have the condition and someone tests positive, what's the approximate probability they actually have the condition? Pause the episode, try them in 10 minutes, then check the answers at jcacademyonline.co.uk. Visit the practice worksheets for step-by-step solutions.
That's your quick win for today. If this helped, share it with a friend who's revising. You'll find more worked solutions and revision resources at jcacademyonline.co.uk. Until next time, trust the process and nail that exam. Stay curious.